is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
On the whistle, you got to make it or else.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, this is Georgia basketball.
We have got to be physically tough and mentally tough.
Oquendo takes it to the rim, lays it up. Good! And the foul! Count the lay-in!
Georgia basketball is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on.
Baseball pass to Cook, scoops it back to Bauman for a three. Good!
There's no secret. You rebound the ball, you hold them to one shot, you get out on your break, you make the next pass.
Oh, my gosh! Oh, no! My goodness! No! With authority, a one-handed power dunk.
You don't turn the ball over a lot. You find a way to get in the bonus early. You know, those are good recipes to win.
This is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now to Courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another afternoon of Georgia Bulldogs basketball. Today from the campus of the University of Georgia, Stegman Coliseum in Athens. As the Bulldogs face top-ranked Auburn, the Tigers have risen to the top spot in college basketball with a 21-1 overall record. They are unbeaten in conference play with a 9-0 mark and are riding an 18-game winning streak. Georgia last in the SEC with a 1-8 record and has lost 10 of its last 11 games. The Dogs looking to rebound today, obviously. These two teams met 17 days ago on Auburn's home floor. The Tigers won by 23, blistering the Dogs with a 52-point first half. But that was then, and this is now. It's the 195th game in the series. Georgia and Auburn are coming up this afternoon. Our courtside countdown is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. The Bulldogs Network producer-engineer is Adam Gillespie. Zach Jewell is our Piedmont Healthcare Network studio host, and Chuck Dowdle will join me next for Bulldogs basketball today right here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The bottom line is we just got to keep getting better.
Window's going. Oh. Here we go. Showtime, baby. Here comes a deep three. Good.
Winning is great, but it's a lot better when you're winning with great people.
Bank shot. Good high above the square.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Dogs basketball.
Straightaway three on the catch. Good. He buries it. Put it up. He does. And it's good from the elbow.
Georgia basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on.
Finger roll good with the kiss. Count it. It's himself for a three. Set shot. Good.
Now to courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Moments away from tip-off, Georgia and Auburn. Stegman filling up nicely today. We should be absolutely at capacity by the time we get this one underway. The two coaching staffs in front of us shaking hands, exchanging a pregame greeting, and then it's down to business in about 5 minutes or so. Let's run through our starting lineups today. First for Georgia, the Bulldogs with a record of 6-16, 1-8 in the SEC. Tom Crean in his fourth year as the Dogs head coach, a record of 47-65 at UGA. His starting five, Cario Oquendo, a 6'4 sophomore from Titusville, Florida, and the leading scorer on the team, averaging 13 points a game. Aaron Cook is a 6'2 graduate transfer, a double transfer as a matter of fact, from Southern Illinois and then from Gonzaga. His hometown is St. Louis, Missouri, averaging 10.5 points. Second leading assist player in the Southeastern Conference. Jackson Etter is a 6'4 junior from Woodstock, Georgia, averaging 5 points and 3 rebounds a game. Noah Bauman, the top three-point shooter on the team, at over 40% this season, a 6'6 senior from Phoenix, Arizona, transfer from Southern Cal and San Jose State. He's averaging 9 points and 4 rebounds a game. And then Braylon Bridges is the second leading scorer and the leading rebounder for the Bulldogs. He is a 6'11", a senior from Atlanta, transfer from University of Illinois Chicago, averaging 12.5 points and right at 6 rebounds per game. For Auburn, the number one team in the country, 21-1 overall, 9-0 in the SEC. Bruce Pearl in his 8th season there. His starting five, former Bulldog K.D. Johnson, Jabari Smith, a 6'10 freshman, Wendell Green, a transfer from Eastern Kentucky, 5'11 guard, Alan Flanagan, a 6'6 junior from Little Rock, Arkansas, and a son of assistant coach Wes Flanagan, and Walker Kessler, transfer from North Carolina, 7'1 sophomore from Noonan, Georgia. Those are the starting lineups. Georgia and Auburn are coming up from Stegman Coliseum in Athens in just a moment here on the Bulldog Sports Network. They're lighting up Stegman Coliseum here with the lights out and the lineups being announced. The student section has turned out in full force today. When you give away free stuff, they show up, baby. Hey, it's time for our keys to the game, driven by Ford F-150 on game day and every day. Ford F-150 rises to the challenge with innovations and features that tackle even the toughest jobs. Score one today at buyfordnow.com. Chuck's lighting up Stegman Coliseum. He's got his phone out, and he's ready for our keys to the game. Chuck.
All right, first thing, Scott, we got to get ready to have people right in your face. Auburn very aggressive defensively. I mean, Tigers, they love to get right up on you. So play your game and see if you can use their aggressiveness to your advantage, get them in foul trouble. 2, Walker Kessler is 7'1". Let me repeat that. Walker Kessler is 7'1". Just because you have the basketball and are at the basket, it doesn't mean that he suddenly became 5'10". He is still 7'1". You've got to know where he is every second. And then finally, look, since the Winter Olympics started yesterday with the opening ceremonies and some of the competition, remember the words of Coach Herb Brooks. He, of course, the coach of our gold medal 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team, the Dream Team, the Miracle on Ice. His words, we don't have to be the best team. We just have to be the best team today.
All right, I like it. Georgia being announced here to the raucous crowd inside Stegman Coliseum. Before we tip it, let's pause for station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Our tip-off today brought to you by Northside Hospital. They have brought their legacy of quality health care to Gwinnett County now, and today Northside is expanding resources and facilities in Lawrenceville, Brazelton, Duluth, and in other communities near you. Northside is proud to serve Gwinnett and to serve your families. To learn more, visit northside.com.
Scott, you mentioned the students getting the free stuff. They all got T-shirts with the retired number 21, Dominique Wilkins number, the human highlight film. I think the best, people always ask me, who's the best athlete you ever covered? And I always answer, it's easy for me, is Dominique Wilkins. I've never seen a guy with such God-given athletic ability. I just wish that we had him in the building here today. Not the 63-year-old one, but the one that I watched. Yeah. You know, for so many years with Georgia and then, of course, with the Atlanta Hawks.
His is the only jersey retired up in the rafters, number 21. Georgia in white, Auburn in blue. Here's the toss and the tap controlled by the Tigers as Kessler wins the opening tip against Braylon Bridges. And here we go. Our officials today, Tony Green, Bart Lennox, and Vladimir Voyard-Tadal. Auburn in navy blue, tops and bottoms. Georgia in their throwback white uniforms. Wendell Green, straightaway three to get it started. That's good. And that's how this one begins. Auburn with a 3-0 lead.
Well, he came wide open at the top, nailed it. Now Georgia can't get, you can't start to let it, you got to come back and answer here. Just run your offense, get some points.
Over to Smith near side at 6'10", holds it high, feeds it back to Green. 7 on the shot clock. Green wants a screen, now going to drive to the elbow. Then back over to Smith with 2 on the clock, long three, good. They milked the clock and got the 3, and then they challenged the inbound pass. Cook being pestered by Johnson, going to dribble and drive all the way to Braylon Bridges, and he puts it up over Kessler, lays it up and in.
A nice dish by Aaron Cook. Drove down the lane, and when he felt the pressure come to him, dropped it off to Braylon, who was wide open.
Bit of size certainly there. Had a couple of cracks at it, not backing down. Smith, long two, right side won't go. Offensive tap up by Kessler, rolls over the rim, no good. Rebound Bauman for the Dogs. 6-3, Auburn early. They lead by 3. Bauman to tie the game. Good! Bauman with a deep 3, right of the circle, Scana Energy style, and we're tied at 6. First points for Noah Bauman, and the crowd liked that a lot, Chuck.
Yeah, they did. And right now, this crowd is kind of helping the Dogs with a little.
In. Bauman has to lob it in deep to half court. It's stolen by K.D. Johnson. He's going to take it and lay it up and in against Aaron Cook on the right end of the floor. That's Johnson's first points, first basket of the game.
A really poor pass. I mean, it was
just hung up in the air.
Yeah, it was way high in the air, like giving the defensive back time to get underneath it.
Yeah. Williams on Wednesday night. Johnson through the lane. The runner won't go. Kessler, the offensive rebound, and the big guy just puts his arms up there and stuffs it home. 14-9 for the 7-1 Kessler. McMillan through the lane to right. Back to McMillan. Goes up for the dunk. And knocked to the floor. No foul call. Ball's taken away. Contact down there. No whistle. KD for 3. Bangs it home on the other end. That's his first three-pointer. Their third, and Auburn extends the lead to 17-9.
And Tom Crean was furious that there was no call underneath for Georgia a while ago. Just
it's Originals 3-ball is a brick. Missed everything. Auburn runs it out. Lob it to the rim. Jalen Williams catches it in the air and then puts it up off the glass as he falls out of bounds under the backboard. But the basket is good, and Georgia wants a timeout, and Auburn's pushed it up immediately to a 10-point lead, 19-9. We got a time with 11:49. Auburn on a run. 7 straight points now in the last 2 minutes. They lead by 10 on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Flanagan whips it over to K.D. Johnson. Student section boos him. Johnson into traffic and forces it up and over 3 Bulldog players off the glass, and then KD stares into the student section as he knocks down that layup. To Cook with 6 to shoot. No look inside to Bridges. Jump hook short, front of the rim. Rebound back to Bridges off the bounce. Give it to Cook. Finger roll. Won't go right in front of the basket. Missed another one. Offensive rebound. Tapped out. Chased down by Bauman. We'll get another crack at it. Somebody's got to knock the lid off down there. My goodness.
You got to say, it's not because we're not getting to the rim.
We're all over it. Backdoor to Oquendo. And up and in, good, finally. Layup for Carrio. His first bucket of the game. 22-13. There was contact after the shot, but no whistle down there. Auburn basketball. Green going to shoot a straightaway 3 and rip it home. 8 points now for the Auburn point guard. His second 3, 25-13. The lead grows to a dozen. Cook down the lane, drops it off on the bounce. To Bridges, stolen by Auburn. Tigers, oh my goodness. Green running the floor, scooped it up off the backboard intentionally and dunked home by Cambridge on the follow. That was nasty.
Wow. That looked like something you'd see in the NBA All-Star game.
Yes. Let them play, and they did. 27-13 timeout with 7:56 to go in the half. Number 1 Auburn putting on a show on that play. They lead the Dogs by 14 on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Jabari Smith. Auburn turns it over in the corner to Oquendo. Finds Cook open back on the other end of the floor. He was slow getting up because he tumbled into the photographers on that last play.
Worked out well for him.
It was beneficial that time. He gets the lay-in after the steal on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, they had us 5-on-4. Our 4 won it, stole the ball, and our 1 on the other end got the easy layup.
27-15 now. Green pops one from right of the lane from about 8 feet away. Wendell Green now with 9 points. Side the arc for a 2, missed it off the backboard. Another offensive rebound. Cambridge out to Green for a 3, left wing, good.
And he's just on fire right now. Outside, inside. Little guy is just absolutely knocking everything down.
Well, he's made 4 shots, and Georgia as a team has made 4 shots. 32-17, they lead by 15. 5:13 to go. Oquendo deep NBA three. Good. Nailed it from the right wing, close to the sideline there. Scana Energy three for Cario Oquendo. Maybe a little life from the Dogs, down a dozen, 32-20. No, we're 5 for 25 from the floor. Georgia with the ball on the offensive end. Cook, a reverse layup against Kessler, who tackles him after the play. They collide. The layup was good by Cook, and then Auburn answers just as quickly with K.D. Johnson. Our defense just did not recover after that play. It's 38-25. The lead is 13 for Auburn, 38-25. Cook dribbles right hand, guarded by Green out on the right wing, far side of the floor.
We got too many guys standing.
Bridges works against Kessler, puts the ball down low. The two guards swipe at it and get another steal. Johnson's off and running. Oquendo tried to block it, got a foul instead, and Johnson rolls it in. And then he's going to have some words with the student section on the right end of the floor. Auburn's got 4.2. Try to get off a shot. Bridges on Kessler on the left block. They look towards the basket. Bounce it into Kessler. Oh, he got away from our guy and just turns and dunks it home.
They set a pick down low on Braylon Bridges. Kessler rolled around the pick, and they fed him inside, and he had an easy dunk.
My goodness. Yeah, we ended up with Jackson trying to guard after the pick, as you pointed out. Jackson trying to guard Walker Kessler.
Well, that's a mismatch.
And Walker went for the, or Eder went for the loose ball, with the ball in his hands, and then Kessler just spun away, and after the spin move, he was right at the rim as he dunked it home, and Auburn leads by a dozen at the end of the first half. It's the Tigers 42 and Georgia 30.
Well, I was hoping we could have it at least at 10. I'd like to have seen it back in single digits, and we had that opportunity. We just didn't shoot well enough at the line. We have got to shoot the basketball better. That's just clear and simple. All there is to it. And as Coach Green was getting very frustrated, we heard him yell, "We've missed 10 layups," and that's been the story of this first half.
Yeah, we've missed 22 field goals and 6 free throws in the first half, and we trail by a dozen. It's Auburn 42, Georgia 30. Halftime in Athens. Time now for the Georgia Power halftime report with Zach Jewell. He's in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, and coming up next here on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Georgia with the basketball to start the second half. We work on the right end of the floor now. Oquendo dribbles behind a screen from Bridges out front. Now inside the arc, right of the lane, leans in for 2, knocks it down.
And those little short shots like that, that's what we need. We got to make those shots. That's a little 3-footer.
And a leaner for Oquendo up in the air and leaning towards the basket. 42-32. Auburn misses a lay-in.
That about those last 5 minutes and then the first 5 of the second half.
Bridges down the left edge of the lane against Kessler. Going to take it to the backboard and lay it in off the window.
I'll tell you what, Kessler kind of let that one go. I don't know what was. He didn't really challenge that one like he usually does.
He's got 2 fouls, but usually that doesn't slow him down any. 42-34. We've got it down to 8 now here with a lot of time remaining. Georgia possession. Oquendo between the circles, guarded by Flanagan. Looks to his left, gives it to Cook. Back over to Cario. Attacks from the right angle. Throws it up, and it goes in the lane, and he got the whistle, too. He's going to the line for a 3-point play.
Well, we isolated Cario that time, and he took his man right into the paint and aggressively went at the basket. Got it to go, and now he'll go to the line for the N1.
Later this year. 47-36.
I got to tell you, I haven't seen a lot that's not to like about him.
Second free throw is good. He made them both. 48-36, 12-point lead for the Tigers. Dogs basketball. Bridges out above the 3-point line. Kessler out playing with him. Bounce it to Cook in the right baseline in the corner. Shot fake. Got a screen to get to K.D. Johnson. Cook into the paint. Kick out Bauman for 3. Rimmed out. No good. Rebound. Oquendo attacks. Powerful lay-in. Good. Cario took that offensive rebound, Chuck, and went right back to the rack with it.
Yes, he did. I love the aggressiveness.
48-38, 10-point Auburn lead. Oquendo's got 17 today. He needs some help. Green for three, fakes it, pulls it down and drives. Scoop shot, won't go under the basket. Rebound Bridges. Outlet to Oquendo. Up ahead to Jackson. Enter, lay in good. Fast break points for the Dogs.
Good teamwork there.
48-40. The lead is 8 for the number 1 Tigers. Student section's on their feet here. Sweaterman's trying to get the crowd to rise up and make some racket. Shot blocked away from Jabari Smith. Stolen by Oquendo. Here we go.
Whoa!
One-handed.
Whoa! Timeout, Auburn. You better get a timeout.
Oquendo jammed it home high in the air with a right hand to get it down to 6. 48-42. Auburn plays through. Step back three for Green. Front of the rim. Rebound Enter. Here goes Georgia. Up ahead to Cook. Lay in. Good! It's a 4-point Auburn lead.
Just like that. Just like that. I tried to tell Coach for life you needed a timeout. He wouldn't listen.
He's still not calling one.
No, he's out ordering pizzas. I don't know.
They're waiting for the dead ball to get the under 16 timeout. Auburn has the lead and the ball. They're up 4. Jabari steps in for the 2, misses it on the baseline. Offensive rebound, Cambridge. Reverse lay-in, air ball. Rebound, Bridges for Georgia. Cook's got it into the front court. Enter for 3.
Got it!
Scana, energy,
oh my
3
goodness.
For Jackson Enter. It's a 1-point game. Now they call the timeout.
Now he calls it. Well, you know what? Where do I sign to be their coach? I could have saved them 6 points.
Assistant for life. Timeout. What a push by the Dogs. 11 straight points. It's a 1-point lead for the Tigers. 48-47. Timeout in Stegman. Back after this. Bulldog Sports Network. And Georgia's trimmed it down to just 1. Katie Johnson attacks. His leaner with the right hand in traffic. Rattles and rolls home. Caromed off the rim. Oquendo attacks the Auburn defense all by himself. Takes it to the rack and lays it up and in.
He has been the difference here in this second half.
I'll say 21 points in the game. KD for 3. His legs. 52-49. Auburn by 3. Georgia has not led. Oquendo attacks, drives, and lays it up against big Dylan Cardwell, who gave Brown backing up, and Oquendo did not. He took it right to the backboard.
Right now, Cario is feeling it when he gets to the glass.
Anyway, in the out-of-bounds play, they throw it right in the paint to Flanagan, and he spins and lays it up.
Well, that's points that they've gotten now twice off of easy inbounds plays for them.
Yeah, that was too easy. 54-51, 3-point lead. Bridges. Left block, spin move towards the baseline, puts it up off the window, good.
Boy, Dogs hanging with them, hanging right there. See if we can't get past them.
Bridges flicked it up with the left hand and got the bounce off the backboard. 54-53. Up in the paint, hits the back of the rim, no good. Wrestles Jabri Abdul-Rahim for the rebound. Dogs win the battle. Cook to Bauman, right corner 3, good! Tie ball game. 56-56, Scana energy 3, Noah Bauman right corner.
This? We got a 10-minute and 45-second game.
They were up 15. Now we're dead even with 10:40 to go. Hey, Georgia fans, when you need to see a game, head to StubHub. Whether you want to sit courtside or score a bird's eye view, StubHub is the best place to grab 100% verified tickets. And StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there. Georgia 58, number 1 Auburn 58.
And we've hit another one of those. We've had no field goals in our last 3 minutes and 22 seconds. So we got to get back to scoring some field goals here.
Dogs shooting 57%, down from 69% here in this half. 37 for the game. Auburn's at 40 for the game, and we're deadlocked at 58. Tigers have the basketball. Green into the front court, guarded by Christian Wright. Auburn works it around top of the perimeter. Johnson going to drive against Wright, throws it up off the glass too hard, no good. Claims he got hit in the face. Georgia has the basketball. Wright has it. Crosses the timeline, will set the offense. Dogs have led by 2 after free throws by Jabri Abdur-Rahim moments ago, but that's been it for the game. Throw it into Jabri on the bounce. Green just stole it away. Pass was a little bit behind Jabri on the slash from the left side.
Yeah, it gave Green a chance to reach in there and get his hands on it.
Green for 3. Front of the rim. Won't go. Kessler, big rebound in the paint. One step back to the basket. Holds his arms high and just softly puts it over the rim.
That's one thing he does really well. He keeps that, well, he does a lot of things really well, but he keeps that ball high. He doesn't bring it down where the little guys can get their hands on it.
No, when he's holding it up high, it's up at about 8 or 9 feet in the air. 60-58, Auburn by 2. Georgia has the ball. Wright curls around on the left baseline, gives it up in the corner to Bauman. 7 to shoot. Wright's got it back. On the bounce, pushes it into Bridges, and they get KD Johnson guarding Braylon Bridges on the foul. And KD picks up his 3rd. And he leaves the ball game to a chorus of boos. 5th team foul on the Tigers. Georgia will be inbounded. Down 2, 60-58.
KD has been their most effective player here in the second half.
He's got 18, their leading scorer. Here's Oquendo off the inbounds, drives down the lane, misses the layup. Knocked to the floor, Auburn with a rebound. Flanagan with a lay-in on the other end of the floor after hesitating and then driving. Flanagan with 8 all in the second half. The lead back to 4 for the Tigers now. 62-58. Dog students trying to get Georgia back in gear here, down 4. Right to Eder. Above the arc, left side. Jabari Smith's all over him and no whistle. Oh my goodness, blocked his shot. Wendell Green out of the rack on the other way. And we block his shot on the other end. Outlet to Bridges, up ahead to Eder. Wide open lay-in for Jackson Eder is good.
Tom Green just ran into the official.
Yes, he did. 62-60. It almost looked like an intentional bump there. And
well, I think he understood. Tom was looking the other way.
62-60, Auburn by 2. Jumper with one hand from the right side, won't go. And
over the back.
Foul, offensive foul on Auburn. Did they get Kessler for the foul? I think they did.
They did indeed.
6th team foul on the Tigers. 3rd foul on Kessler. Georgia with a basketball, down 2, 5:09 to go. 5:08, 5:07. Cook walks it into the front court. Picked up there by Alan Flanagan. Now slowly moves to his left. Still dribbling. Looking for a screen from Bridges. Got it. Dribbles behind it. Foul line extended right. Out to Eder. Eder into Bridges. Layup good against Kessler.
Yeah, well, Kessler's got to back away now. That was a smart play. Go down low against Kessler. Kessler's got 3 fouls.
Tied at 62. Bridges has a dozen. 4:35 to go. Auburn basketball. Flanagan. Lob to the rim. Bad pass. Deflected back to Kessler. Easy dunk for the 7'1" transfer from North Carolina.
Well, that was one of those where we deflected the basketball. Unfortunately, it hit the glass and went right to Kessler, who laid it in.
64-62. Auburn by 2. Dogs taking the #1 team in the country right down to the wire. 4:10 to play. Bridges picks up the ball north of the three-point line to Cook. Back to Bridges in traffic. They block his shot. Whistle and a foul on Auburn.
Is that on Kessler?
It is. 4 on Kessler, a push. Walker Kessler.
Well, they took a chance, left him on the floor with 3.
And that's 7. So bonus time for the Dogs the remainder of the game, and 2 free throws coming here. Braylon Bridges will shoot them for the Dogs. If he makes them both, we'll be tied again. 64-62. Auburn has a 2-point lead, their big lead in the half. Well, they had a dozen-point lead in intermission and led by 15 in the first half. Bridges, free throw, the left-hander. Good. Braylon, 5 for 5 from the line today. The Dogs now at 73% from the free throw line, 19 of 26. Kessler going to leave the ball game after picking up his 4th foul.
Yeah, I told you that KD has been their most effective player. They've gotten him back out on the floor, even with the 3 fouls.
Deep breath for Braylon Bridges. 2 dribbles, bends the knees. Here comes the ball. Good. Made them both. 14 for Bridges today. Dogs have tied it again at 64. My goodness gracious. Tom Crean wants the students to make some noise. Give us more. And they comply. Students have been standing the whole game in their brand new Dominique Wilkins throwback jerseys. Tied at 64, Auburn has the basketball. Flanagan works above the three-point line. Hoist one off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebound Cook for the Dogs. Into the front court, now he explodes down the lane. Sweeping layup won't go. Jabri gets the follow, he loses it. Oquendo will cash it in.
What a second half Oquendo's having. Cario is super Cario.
25 for Cario Oquendo. Dogs lead it 66-64. Auburn calls a time with 3:33 to go.
Scott, if we can find a way to pull this one out, Auburn may want to rethink that coach for life stuff.
Timeout at Stegman Coliseum. It's the Dogs 66, Auburn 64. Still time on the clock, so we're not out of the woods on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of Georgia basketball. Fueled by 26 grams of high-quality protein to give your body what it needs when it needs it. Recover and build lean muscle with Core Power, the official protein drink of Georgia basketball.
Put on your red and black, grab your foam finger, and get ready to unleash the dogs. Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Every day is a dog day here, so get loud, Georgia. Join Scana Energy as we unleash the savings and cheer our team to glory this basketball season. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to save.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldog sports.
Georgia fans, college basketball is back, so grab your friends in a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game. Whether you're at the bar with fellow dogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and go Dogs. Dos Equis, proud partner of Georgia Athletics. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2021. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas. White Plains, New York.
Time for a Regions recap. Having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions lets you say Go Dogs every time you pay. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. What a half by the Dogs here in the final 20 minutes against the number one team in the land, Auburn. Georgia with a 66-64 lead with 3:33 to play. We trailed by a dozen at intermission, and then the Dogs exploded early in the half on an 11-0 run to get to within 1 point. We eventually took the lead at the free throw line on a pair of foul shots by Jabri Abdur-Rahim. And here we are with 3:33 to go. Cario Oquendo out of his mind in the second half. He's got 25 points, 14 in the half to lead Georgia. And we have a 2-point lead over the number one team in the land. Auburn has the basketball, and here we go. 3:28 remaining. Jabari Smith for three from the left corner. In and out, no good. Rebound.
Another
Foul on Auburn as Noah Bauman got the rebound, but they call a foul on the Tigers on the rebound. That's on Jalen Williams, his third. 1-1 on the other end for the Dogs. Clock stopped with 3:24 to go. Georgia by 2. That's the largest lead we've had in this game today. Jackson Etter, the walk-on from Woodstock, Georgia, pride of Etowah High School, going to tuck in his jersey and shoot the foul shots for the Dogs. Etter at 72% when the day started, 2 of 3 from the line today, and he's got 9 points in the game. Free throw in the air. Ooh, off the rim, no good. It ducked in there, wouldn't stay in the cylinder.
Boy, those would have been nice.
Missed the front end of the 1-1. Auburn with a basketball. Down 2. Green with a drive. Loses the handle on the dribble. Throws it up. No good. Tap in for the follow by Jalen Williams. Won't go. And there's a whistle and a foul on Georgia. They get Etter for the foul, a push. His third. Well, Green had a wide open trip to the basket, but then he mishandled the dribble and just stumbled a little bit, and as our defense was recovering, he was just trying to find the handle on the ball. Out of bounds, they throw it into Williams. He misses the jumper. They get an offensive board from Jabari Smith and a putback basket.
He attacked them. He attacked that rebound, and I mean, that was just great basketball by Smith.
Tied at 66 now. Less than 3 minutes to play. Dogs ball. Cook, foul line extended right, sweeps it down into Eder. Oh, he lays it up and in. A little wraparound with the basketball to get it away from Green, and he used the glass to bank it in. Number 11 has 11. 68-66 Georgia. Dogs trying to do the unthinkable here this afternoon. KD Johnson for a three, off balance, won't go. Auburn offensive rebound. Jalen Williams tries to put it back, and we foul him. Now they're working the glass on that end. Another foul on Eder. That's his fourth now. And that's going to put Jalen Williams, a 6'8 forward from Nahunta, Georgia, on the foul line, 79%. Left-handed shooter, up on his toes. Puts that free throw in the basket. Good. Williams averages 6.5 a game. He's got 3 today. It's a 1-point Georgia lead. He can tie it with his second free throw. 68-67 Dogs. 2:28 remaining. Everybody just about on their feet now inside Stegman Coliseum. Free throw is good. 68 apiece for the Dogs and the number 1 ranked Tigers, who've won 18 straight, haven't lost in the league, and are 21-1 overall. Georgia in the opposite end of the conference standings. But taking the fight to the Tigers today. We're tied at 68. Georgia with possession, 2:15 to play. Bridges to Bauman. We work above the arc. Hand off to Eder with 4 fouls. He curls to the rack and lays it up and in. Oh my goodness. Jackson Eder exploded with a reverse lay-in. 13 points for Eder. 70-68 Georgia. Less than 2 minutes to go. Cook defending. They finally whistle a foul on Cook. He was trying to get an arm in and guard Wendell Green. They were trying to set a screen at the same time. Green had his back to the defender. Cook's claiming he got hooked. They blew the whistle, and it happened right in front of the official. Cook's third foul. Stops the clock with 1:57. 7th team foul, and it's 1-1 now for Wendell Green.
Yeah, that's a tough call on Aaron right there. Just trying to play good defense and got his arm in there.
70-68. Georgia by 2. Green to the line. 15 points today for the point guard for Auburn. Free throw is good. He had 15 at the half. That's his first point of the second half with 1:57 remaining in the game. 1 point Georgia lead.
Tony Green motioning over to the Georgia bench to stay seated.
Green can tie it with a free throw here. Second free throw coming. 5'11 guard from Detroit. Transfer from Eastern Kentucky, puts it in the air, all net, good.
Well, I tell you, we're going to look back. You know, some of these free throws that we have laid, we've left a lot of points on the line, and that is not like us.
Well, we're tied at 70 against the number 1 team in the land with a 1:45 to go, and we've got the ball. Oquendo with 25 points in the game. Dribbles for Georgia. Back to Cook. Behind the back, step back 2, kicks the dribble away, tries to pass it inside to Bridges and threw it away. Bad pass from Cook, we turned it over. Auburn with the basketball, chance to take the lead. Less than 90 seconds to go. Green, Cook going for the steal. They dive on the floor, ball is loose. More bodies diving, still loose. Auburn's going to get it. After a mad scramble for the loose ball, they just kept diving on the floor, tumbling, and the ball kept twisting and rolling away.
Seconds. Did he look at the clock? Does he know what he's got?
3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. KD Johnson, 1 to shoot. He puts it up off the rim as the shot clock runs out, misses the shot. Rebound to the Dogs. Less than a minute to go. Cook on the drive. He's bumped. Oh, it goes! And a foul! Cook got it to roll in there. Count the basket. And the foul on Auburn will send Aaron Cook to the line. Dogs up by 2 with 55.9 to go.
Oh, my goodness, that ball hung on that rim for what seemed like forever before it finally just tipped over and fell.
Cook for an and one. Give the Dogs a massive 3-point lead. And he missed another one.
Another point left at the line.
Off the rim again. Another free throw missed.
My goodness.
2-point lead against the number one team in the country. Georgia 72, Auburn 70. 45 seconds to go. Tigers have the basketball. Green mishandled the dribble, picks it up over to Johnson. Down the lane, and he lays it up good. He got by our defender, and there was no help defense under the basket. We're tied at 72. Game clock 33, shot clock 25. Georgia will walk it into the front court with Aaron Cook. Tom Crean's out on the floor by about 1.5 feet, and so is Bruce Pearl. He's almost a half court back on the left end. Cook with a basketball. Over to Bridges. Puts it on the floor, drives into a double team. They try to tie him up, no whistle. Back out to Cook with 9 to shoot. Into the corner, Bauman catch and shoot. 3, no good off the rim. Rebound, Kessler with 10. Auburn's got the ball. Green sprints into the front court to break the tie. Ball is tied up. Auburn's going to put it up, and it rolls in with 3.3 to go. I couldn't see who shot it, but Auburn ripped the ball out of somebody's hands down there and put it up.
Green? May have been Green.
They lead 74-72 and a timeout. Oh, my goodness. The entire Auburn bench just erupted and ran out onto the floor after the timeout. Tigers have the lead. Let's pause for station identification. Bulldog Sports Network. Green got the lay-in. Wendell Green, his first field goal of the second half to put Auburn up 74-72 after the Dogs missed a 3 from Bauman in the right corner down on our end. So now with 3.3 to go, the Dogs have to get the ball up the length of the floor and try a 3 for the win. Can try it with a 2 for the tie. They put 0.3 of a second on the clock, so 3.6 seconds.
That's a lot of time, believe it or not.
You can inbound and run the floor and get a good shot if you draw up something nice, but that's plenty of time to sprint into the front court and get a good look. 74-72, what a game. Dogs had some heart in the second half, didn't they?
Boy, they did. They absolutely, they have shown some true character here in this second half, and truthfully throughout the game. Like I said, we have just struggled so with the line, Scott. That's been the difference for us. I mean, we are at the free throw line 20 for 29, and we are the best free throw shooting team statistically in the SEC. But we've left 3 points at the line our last 3 shots.
Well, we're 4 for 7 in the second half at the line. Auburn's 9 out of 10 in the second half at the line. All right, Eder will inbound the basketball. Bauman's in the backcourt. Oquendo's at the half-court line.
Now they got to be careful that they don't foul as we try a 3.
Eder to throw it in. Clock ticks. Cook into the front court. Going to take a half-court heave and hit the top of the backboard. I think he had some more time to dribble in a little bit closer and distribute. But
I think so, too.
Aaron Cook mishandled the dribble or the inbounds in the backcourt. And by the time he spun his way and got a good look at the basket, he was at half court, decided to shoot it. And the game will end right there. Number 1 Auburn wins it 74-72.
Well, I got to tell you something. You got to be proud of these Dogs. They played one whale of a game. And this guy that's right in front of you there, Scott, Cario Oquendo, what a second half he had. He put Georgia on his shoulders, tried to carry us over the finish line.
Georgia was trying to beat a number 1 team for the first time in school history. Now 0-17 against the number 1 team in the land, and we were this close. Put your fingers together. We were this close.
How close were we? That close.
Ah, jeez. Auburn gets out of here with a win. They did the same thing at Missouri. They escaped Missouri's den with a 1-point win on the road. So the Tigers remain undefeated in the conference, now 10-0. The streak at 19 wins straight, and they're 22-1. And the loss the hard way for the Dogs. That one's a tough one to swallow. It'll sting going down. 6-17 is our record now, and 1-9 in the SEC. We'll go to Florida on Wednesday and play down in the O'Connell Center against the Gators at 6:30. We'll be on the air with you at 6:05 Wednesday night, February 9th in Gainesville, Florida. Final score today, Auburn 74, Georgia 72. Stay tuned for the Regions Locker Room Report. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Back for the postgame right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Wasn't it great?
I mean, this is the way you'd like it all the time if, in college basketball, and it's certainly a terrific atmosphere when it's like this and you have the kind of game that we had today.
No question. Down those last 7 or 8 minutes, there wasn't anywhere else you'd rather be.
74-72 is the final. Auburn gets out of here with the win. Georgia will go to Gainesville to take on the Florida Gators Wednesday night. We hope you can join us, 6:05 across the network for our airtime and our coverage of Bulldogs basketball. That's going to do it for this portion of the Regions Locker Room Report. Zach Jewell standing by in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. So for Chuck Dowdle and our producer-engineer Adam Gillespie, I'm Scott Howard. So long from Athens. This afternoon, Auburn 74, Georgia 72 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
And welcome back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. One final time, Zach Jewell here with you as we put a bow on tonight's broadcast by taking a look at some top 25 scores and what's coming up for the Dogs in the coming days and weeks. We'll start with scores in the finals first on the top 25. Out of the Big East, 12th-ranked Villanova pulls away late as they beat number 17 UConn in Philly 85-74. And out of the Big Ten, 18th-ranked Illinois goes on the road and gets a win at Indiana 74-57. Games in progress now. Let's go to the Big 12 first.
Sends the ball into the lane. It gets deflected to Jalen Bridges. A left side three. It's good! He banked it in! From in front of the Texas Tech bench. Everything going right for Bridges. And West Virginia equals its largest lead. They're up by 9, 30-21.
Tony Caridi on the call there from Learfield. Part of a 15-7 run for West Virginia to end the first half. That game is a 5-point game at the under 8 timeout with number 14 Texas Tech leading at West Virginia 48-43. Still staying in the Big 12, a top 25 battle in Austin as 23rd-ranked Texas leads number 20 Iowa State 49-36. We'll head back to the Big East now. 21st-ranked Xavier trailing at home against DePaul 57-62. DePaul leading that one 4:46 to go in the second half. And to the Big Ten with the only other game in progress right now. Number 4 Purdue leads Michigan 49-44 at the under 16 timeout in the second half. Games still to come at the top of the hour. 2 games will tip off. Number 10 Kansas hosts number 8 Baylor, and 13th-ranked Michigan State visits Rutgers at 5 o'clock. Number 19 USC travels to play number 7 Arizona at 6 o'clock. 2 more games to tell you about. Coach K's last visit to Chapel Hill in the first part of the Duke-North Carolina rivalry this season. Number 9 Duke plays at North Carolina again, 6 o'clock there. And to the Big Ten, number 11 Wisconsin hosts Penn State. At 10 o'clock, we have 2 more games to round out the night. Going out west, number 2 Gonzaga visits BYU, and also at 10 o'clock, 3rd-ranked UCLA visits Arizona State. That's it for scores around the nation. Let's take a look now at what's coming up across the network, starting with Coach Joni Taylor's 14th-ranked Lady Dogs. They host Florida tomorrow afternoon. The Gators come in at 16-6 on the season and 6-3 in conference play, while Georgia sits at 17-4 and also 6-3 in the league. Tip-off from Stegman Coliseum is set for 1 p.m., so you can hear pregame coverage starting at 12:45 on some of these same stations. For the men, we're back at it on Wednesday as we hit the road to play the men's Florida team. Florida is currently 14-6 overall and 4-6 in the SEC, pending their result against Ole Miss. That game tipped off about 10 minutes ago. Tip-off between the Dogs and Gators on Wednesday from the O'Connell Center in Gainesville is set for 7 p.m., so you can hear our exclusive pregame coverage starting at 6:35 across the network. Finally, the next edition of Bulldogs Live comes your way Monday night. Hear a full hour of basketball talk with Coach Crean from 8 to 9 p.m., and then the second hour with even more Bulldogs conversation from 9 to 10. That's Bulldogs Live for 2 full hours on Monday night, 8 to 10 p.m. That's going to do it for us tonight. Again, our final score. Top-ranked Auburn pulls this one out. They win 74-72. On behalf of Adam Gillespie Engineering, Scott Howard, and Chuck Dowdle on the mics, I'm Zach Jewell. We thank you for making us a part of your Saturday entertainment, and until Wednesday, have a great afternoon, everybody.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, you've been listening to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Today's coverage has been brought to you by Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by Learfield and JMI Sports.